Grand Rapids is flooding with other cities throughout the Midwest. More rain is approaching, and people are thinking about the record 2013 flood. In April that year, the Grand River hit 21.8 feet. So far this year, we crested at 20.6. Many people are driving up and down the river to get a better look at high water. Others have lost their housing along the riverside. Stuff like this happens and people cry, "Why, God, why?" But this is what rivers do. I know. One ran through my office once. I once worked for a nonprofit that gave housing and counseling to struggling young men. Low-skilled, often unemployed, we were able to maintain an old brick 3-story high school building in the lower income part of town. Classrooms were now apartments. It was a promising solution until the flood happened. I used to wonder why people live so close to the water. It's bad for mosquitoes, it's bad for flooding. The reason why is often because it's the only affordable housing available to them. Grand Rapids has one of the lowest inventories in the nation. Gentrification is pushing out minimum wage earners. The only housing available and affordable is what's left in less than desirable areas, like lowlands along the river. It had been a very wet spring. Everywhere around us fields were saturated. The night previous, there was news of a large storm front somewhere to the north. Neighbors across the street were sandbagging their backyards along banks of Otter Creek. We had no excuse, we just weren't prepared for what happened. I was at my second job the next day when I got the phone call. The executive director said that the water now covered our lot and several surrounding blocks. The gymnasium was under 4 feet of water. I took a personal day and drove as close as I could get, and then I waited the remaining 3 blocks. The bad-smelling brown water was waist-high and thick with sediment. At the high school building, we worked to carry furniture up to the upper floors and salvage what we could. The water subsided within a week, but there were 7 inches of sludge left behind. Recovery took months of shoveling, sweeping, and cleaning. Some things were irreparable. I'll never forget that because it happened a year after the Great Flood of 1993 along the Mississippi River. That natural disaster had seemed like a 2-dimensional news headline, and now I knew what it was like to have your world inundated.